Hello everybody, how are you? The sun is coming up behind us in Los Angeles as we head toward the airport, and it gives us an opportunity to do another Jacksonville video. And this one is going to be the 5 worst sign painters, commercial sign painters in Jacksonville, Florida. And the reason that we're going to do this one is that your brand, your signage is your image in the community. It is the brand. It is the promise you are making to the customer, to the consumer, on what they can expect from your company in terms of what the product is, what the quality level is, and what are the feelings that they will have when they use your product or service. For example, law firms tend to use dark grays and blues to communicate a certain seriousness and competency, whereas preschools tend to use yellows and orange to indicate a fun, welcoming environment for the kids. Okay? So that's why you want to work with a good sign painter that knows what they're doing and can deliver those results. All right? So avoid these 5. Like, I'll just give you an example, all right? One of them is, let me see, let me look at my list. Oh my gosh, it's fallacy sign painters. Fallacy sign. I mean, look. When you're dealing with a vendor of any product or service, there has to be a certain amount of trust and also common sense. And fallacy sign painters, what they'll do is get the details from you, they'll write them down, they'll work up a proposal, and if you hire them to do the job, you'll notice that when you get the sign back that it's not exactly what you had in mind, and you tell them, wait a minute, I thought we'd agreed on blah, 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 and the guy goes, wait a minute, that's a fallacy, okay? That is a fallacy, and he goes into this whole rant. And what they're trying to do is intimidate you into taking a smaller sign or a sign that doesn't use as many colors as you agree to, because why? It saves them money, and that's how they make their money. So the sign is decent, the paint job is decent, the colors are decent, everything's just smaller or less than you agreed to. So come on, I mean, that's just your basic bait and switch. It goes back to the beginning of time. Y'all don't have time for that. Y'all don't have no time for bait and switch. So just avoid those guys. All right, and the next one on the list is lifesaver sign painters. Lifesaver sign painters. Well, look, here's the thing. They insist on selling signs that can double as lifesavers on any kind of small watercraft or large watercraft that require life-saving vests or lifesavers by law. And because it's an oceanside city, they take it very seriously. The Coast Guard takes it very seriously that you have the proper life-saving equipment on board. Well, lifesaver sign painters, they are serious boaters, and they also take this edict to heart. Well, that's great. Do that on your own time. But what they're doing is taking the specs that they agree upon with their customers, and they'll add elements to the sign that allow the sign itself to be thrown in the water and used as a lifesaver. I mean, so in other words, if you just want a basic sign made of wood, they'll add the flotation material on the back of the sign, so now the sign is like another 4 inches thick. And how do they know that it won't fit on this big side of your business, on the front of your business, or the side, or wherever you were gonna? I mean, come on. It's too much trouble, guys. Just avoid them completely. Forget it. Forget about it. All right, number 3 is magnet sign painters. Magnet sign painters. That's their name. And the thing is, they specialize in giant billboards, but that are held onto the side of your business with giant magnets. Well, that's kind of a cool approach in a way, because you're like, wow, they don't even have to bolt it. You don't have to put any kind of screws or nails. The problem is, guys, if you have a pacemaker, those magnets are going to change the electrical field on the pacemaker. And so you might have customers that will get into a life-threatening situation from the magnets of your sign. And there's been studies on this, and I brought it up to magnet sign painters from Jacksonville, and they debunked my assertions. They said, "What are you talking about? Magnets are the safest material way to put up a sign." And I said, "Look, can you just take out the magnets and just bolt it to the side of my business?" And the guy said, "No. In fact, why don't you get out of here, because I don't like your tone." That's what he said to me. And I said, "Look, I don't have a tone. I'm just trying to make a suggestion that feels safer." And he's like, "Get out. You gotta get out of here." I'm like, "Dude, just calm down." And he took out a giant magnet and he held it up against my watch, and he ruined my watch by changing all the dials and everything, and they all got magnetized. I'm like, oh man, I'm out of here. Fortunately, I don't buy expensive stuff. I don't have expensive watches, and I just left. But guys, come on, what the heck? So look, just avoid magnet sign painters in Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to be better for you and better for them. Why even get into the arguments? Why even get your watch ruined? I mean, come on. And then finally, not finally, but number 4 on the list is anywhere sign painters. Now, here's the thing. Anywhere sign painters, they don't have a shop. And their whole motto is, we'll paint your sign anywhere. And you're like, oh, great, because I'm out there on rural Route 10 outside of Jacksonville. Rural Route 10. And if you guys come out and paint the sign the same, like a mobile sign, like that's how I pictured it, like a mobile sign painter. They'll come right to they don't paint it at the shop and bring it out. They paint it on site, anywhere you are. Oh, this is great. I mean, this is going to be great. Well, that's what I thought. And so I contracted with them. And when the day that it was supposed to be delivered, they didn't show up. I said, dude, where's my sign? I thought you were going to be here today at 10 o'clock. And then he said, no. We just drop it off anywhere we want, anywhere that's convenient for us. So I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? He goes, that's the name of our company, Anywhere Sign Painter. We drop the sign anywhere. I said, I thought it meant you come to any customer that's anywhere. That you're convenience. You're selling convenience. And the guy goes, no, we don't sell convenience. We sell convenience to us. All right? And it's convenient to us to drop your sign anytime we're ready, anywhere we want within the city, within the county. I said, wait a second. Hold up there, Anywhere Sign Painters. Are you telling me that you're going to paint my sign and then drop it anywhere you want and I have to go get it? And the guy said, yes, of course. You didn't know? It's right in our name. And I said, what? What? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And he goes, look, it's easier for us, and that's why the price is so good. What, you thought we were 30% lower than the competition, and didn't have some different way of delivering the signs? I'm like, well, I mean, no, I didn't think that. Are you asking if I thought that? I'm telling you. I said, no, I didn't think that. So, I mean, rather than find out the hard way like I did, guys, just forget it. Don't even go through that. Why would you put yourself through that? Go pick up your sign somewhere in Jacksonville on the other side of town. I mean, yeah, I can't even, it's just, I can't wrap my head around it. And finally, there's forbid sign painters. And you say to them, hey, listen, this is great. You go through the mock-ups, you go through the estimates, and you say, this is great. I'd like to look at it before we give final approval. And the guy will say, no, I forbid it. I said, no, I just want to check it, give it a final inspection before we, no. He said, no, I forbid it. Whatever we agree to, that's what you get. I go, no. I want to look at the sign before I give final approval. I want to look at it. I don't want to just take delivery and that's it. I want to make sure that you're going to paint what we agreed to. He goes, no, I forbid inspection. You take what you get. We put that sign up and that's it. You get. I go, look, what if we agreed to a blue and white sign and you made it purple and white? He's like, oh, it could happen. It could happen. I don't know. And he shrugs his shoulders. And you're looking at him, you're like, are you out of your mind? Are you, there's something going on? There's something sugar imbalance. So guys, just forget it. So those are the 5 worst sign painters in Jacksonville. Just avoid them completely. That's my advice.